New State of Mind is the new album from Riots, and we are joined by Travis from the band.
What up?
Welcome back to San Francisco.
Good to be here.
We were just chatting about this little hiatus you've been on, and tell everybody what you've been up to.
Did a bunch of stuff. Kind of just like I went overseas. I went to Italy. I actually came to San Francisco a month or so ago, and I did a sailing trip around
No way.
the Bay, stayed at Angel Island.
Wow.
And
I didn't know you were a sailor.
Yeah, trying to just live life.
Yeah. Well, what was the purpose of Italy? Was it just to kick back and for fun? And
yeah, just do a little more
where did you
adventuring.
stay?
Went all over. I went to, of course, Rome, and I think we made it all the way up to, we did Venice. We did like typical places, but kind of just cruised around, had a great time.
See, as a music fan, I would be venturing off to various music venues and checking out the music scene. Do you do that at all? Or
I guess not. I mean, I see so much of it.
Yeah.
You know, on the road, it's just every night you're in a new place, and I feel like I've seen everything in the U.S. I've seen a bunch of the European stuff. Not Italy, though.
No.
So now I got to go back.
And then you were sailing around San Francisco.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Went around Alcatraz and the whole little bit, and it's really beautiful.
You get any inspiration sailing around? I can imagine that.
That's
so
the thing
peaceful.
is sometimes you just need to, when you tour so much, it's like you get into the cycle of touring, and I feel like to make great art, you need to get out and you need to experience different things. You need to adventure on your own and try different avenues of inspiration.
San Francisco! Let's keep it going.
3 years since Love Gloom.
Yep.
And
Has
here,
it been that time flies by,
right?
doesn't it?
I'm sorry to bring this up. It's like for you, it's probably just like last year.
Well, and also because we're always sitting on songs. So like the New State of Mind was essentially done 2 years ago. I mean, I think most of the songs were probably done before Love Gloom was even finished.
Really?
Yeah, we always have just a bunch. It was more just about getting it out that was, kind of problematic.
So what's interesting is that this album is a new sound, so to speak, or maturation.
It's interesting because it's kind of a new sound and it's kind of a throwback at the same time. And again, it's one of those things where it wasn't really purposeful. It's just where our mind state was while we were writing, and I think the only thing is that I think bringing Night Riots into the light, I think to a certain extent was sort of part of the plan, just to make something a little bit more fun. And Love Gloom was a very, very serious album, and it came at a very serious time for us. And so I think the songs that we chose for this one were purposeful in that sense, like something a little bit less serious, a little bit more as fun as we can be, because I do feel like there's always this vein of gloom and darkness that comes out of at least my lyrics. I don't know where it comes from.
Off camera, you're a jolly guy. I mean, like,
Jolly is I've never been called Jolly.
You're fun to hang out with.
Thank you.
Tokyo Diamond Club and
there you go.
Leave Us Alone are bops.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people are saying that have heard this so far.
Right.
So what period of time were these written in? Are those part of the Love Gloom days, or are they more recent?
Well, I guess kind of over the span. Tokyo, Leave Us Alone. Well, Tokyo was written about a year and a half ago, maybe longer. And then they come in batches, they're all bops to me.
Yeah.
These are a few of the songs I'm the most proud I've ever been a part of.
And so lyrically then, these are just snapshots of the course of almost 5 years then, in that
moments.
case. So there was nothing specific in terms of a theme that you were trying to go for?
Yeah, and again,
album?
like I said, this kind of going back to sort of older stuff for us was, Love Gloom we did all live. It was in one of the most famous studios in the world, and it was very, we tried to make it really organic and all done at once. And this record definitely is a little bit, for lack of a better word, like more pieces. We were finding things and fitting it in, and it's more modern in that sense. Mm-hmm. And I think we wanted to give people a side of Night Riots they weren't fully expecting. One toe in what we've always been, kind of that 80s nostalgia thing, but then everything else into experimenting and just doing what's unexpected.
Big event in September.
Yeah.
Everyone's planning to storm Area 51.
Let's do it.
Are you planning on it?
Yeah, you're going too, right?
I've got my gear.
No, I'm not going to Area 51. I want to go to one of the other places.
Oh.
I think it's all a cover. Because I don't think they have anything at Area 51 anymore.
Really?
No way. Why would they?
Why is it all secured?
They've got it in
and
Antarctica
protected?
and all
Oh,
that
you think
stuff.
it's just a...
Totally.
Wow.
Like everything is. There's always, they show you this, but they're doing something over here.
Have you experienced any weird oddities?
I have more on the poltergeist side.
Really?
Maybe it's alien stuff, I don't know.
What? Please explain. What do you mean the poltergeist side?
It's a long story. I just had a couple very strange experiences. I'm a pretty skeptical person. Like
At home, on tour?
Yeah, back in the country, out in the backwoods.
Out in the backwoods, you guys are literally in Central California.
We're from a small little area.
Central Coast.
Yeah, there's
not a lot of history there.
Basically, I went out in this area and like had all this. It was like pitch black at night, and I was walking through a field. Started to get this very strange feeling, and then all the stars. And this is not like there were no hallucinogens involved, anything. And all the stars started pulsing all at once, but like really bright. And I was with my girlfriend, and we were both quiet at this moment, and not saying anything because I was experiencing it, but I didn't want to scare her, so I was trying to keep it inside. And then the next thing that happened is these lights started going around, like flying past me, and so we turned around and just took off back to the car.
What?
And then
you
we
both saw it?
We didn't say anything till we got into the car and like revved up the engine and took off, and then it was like. We made it back into town, and then that's when we talked about it and saw the same thing, experienced the same thing. I don't know what it was. Very, very wild.
Wow. All right.
There you go.
Still want to storm? Wherever.
No, I don't want to go to Area
aliens
51. That's why.
Really looking forward to what you guys have in store for this tour, and congratulations on this album.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Great to see you as well.
And best of luck with everything.
Yeah.
Travis from Night Riots, New State of Mind is out now. You're watching B-Sides on Air.